what up? This is Doc Blake with Ethereal TV, bringing you the 128th episode of The Last Piece to the Puzzle. The motto for me is silver, gold, and cryptos equals freedom because they are decentralized assets and they're going to play an important part in the immediate, the short term, and the long term futures. And I know it's been a little while. I've been making very scarce videos, not so much about crypto. Crypto's been down. If you've been following this channel for the last 2 years, then you know my motto: buy the dip when you can, how you can. I'm sure we all wish we had a little bit more cash flow to buy the dip, or we sold a little bit more crypto to buy the dip, but that's okay. Get it how you can. Should you be buying cryptos during these times? Yes. Not financial advice, but absolutely take it off the exchanges, keep it in your hard wallet, and you should be doing the same thing with gold and silver. So the real reasons that I haven't been making this very many videos is because I've been working. I've been working to pay bills, been working to try to buy some crypto, more importantly to keep the bills paid. I did make some investments during the crypto market, and hey, that's the way it goes sometimes, but that's all right. All good things in the end, all very, very, very good and positive things. But that don't mean we're going to stop. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking about crypto. I'm definitely not going to stop talking about Bitcoin. As I get the opportunities, as things kind of balance out, as I see how I'm going to attack this next chapter of my life, which is living through my first full-on bear market, right? I've been through a bear market, but actually it was kind of a full bear market. So like, I got in right at the end of the last bulls run, basically, or no, actually I got in at the beginning of the last bear market. So if you're counting when Bitcoin went up to like 13,000 as a bull run, but nobody really is, and I agree. So that wasn't really a bull run. This past couple years of my life was life-changing, totally full-on bull market. As you know, Bitcoin went from $3,000 in 2020 to $69,000 in 2021. So definitely changed my life in more ways than one. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I'm still early. You're still early. So this is like a reality check for coming off that high of the bull run. And that's okay. I've made a lot more moves. I'm invested in more things, even real estate at this point in time. So it was an amazing, amazing ride, and still is. Only thing I regret is, you know, not taking as much profit as I should. But everybody says that. I just watched one of my favorite YouTubers today. His name is The Moon, Carl Runefeld or something like that. And he said the same thing. He's like, and this dude's a millionaire. He's like, man, I wish I would have sold more Bitcoin. But we love Bitcoin. We love the concept. We hate centralized authority. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's the way this video is really going to be. So let's take a look at the cover art. We have Judge Doom. Jerome Powell starring as Judge Doom in the movie Roger Rabbit, where we're at the part where Judge Doom grabs the little shoe, the innocent Toon shoe, which here we have depicted as the U.S. economy, and starts dipping this shoe into something called the dip, which is the only way to kill a Toon, man. And this shoe's so innocent. And this is what I think about, like, most of the American people, with like them not knowing what's going on, not knowing that your government and politicians are ciphering in all of your wealth, through the means of inflation and taxation, and not leaving you much. Basically, like the shoe, when Dr. Doom or Judge Doom pulls out his hand, all that's left is like some red Toon paint, and it's horrible. I don't even know if I would show your kids that part of Roger Rabbit. I still, the worst experience of my life as far as childhood goes. That was horrible, horrific. They probably wouldn't even put that in a child's show today or movie, but that's cool because it prepared you for the real world, the real scenarios. Also made another picture. I'm going to show you that kind of towards the end. It's kind of funny to me at least, but it calls out a lot of the puppet masters. Well, they are the representatives for the puppet masters. You got to understand, Biden's a puppet, Jerome Powell's a puppet, Janet Yellen's a puppet, Loretta Mester's a puppet, Ventures Gibson's a puppet, Gary Gensler. So who are the real people? Well, these are just the people that they put out there, the Jamie Dimons of the world. You're going to see all those people on one picture, which I find freaking hilarious. But that's the theme of this episode. Basically, the whole of the United States economy, as well as a lot of the global economy, rest in the hands of Jerome Powell, starring in the movie, Planet Earth, or whatever you want to call this movie. Modern day Western economics is what I would call it. So Jerome Powell is starring as Judge Doom in this movie that we're all a part of. Most of us are just like the innocent little shoe, trying to live our lives. And here you got this wicked, evil judge trying to tell you how to live your life, tell you what you can do, tell you what you can't do, and at the same time control your ability to access resources. And that's what Jerome Powell is doing with the U.S. economy as well as the global economy. 9% inflation this year, which is the highest that we've had, I think, in 40 years. So we're going to get even more into that. With that being said, I know it's a long intro, but it's been a while. Let's get into the price action, y'all. Bitcoin is hanging in there like swimwear. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin is at $19,613. Ethereum is at $1,323. Binance is at $287. XRP, which everybody's starting to get hype on XRP because they apparently are taking it to the SEC, which is the Security Exchange Commissions. Some of the most corrupt people in the universe, no doubt in my mind. But we have Cardano at 42 cents. Solana's at $33. Polkadot's at $6.38. Let me see. Decentraland is at 69 cents. Theta's at $1.07. And Helium is at $4.93, up almost 10% on the week. So, that's my pick of this year. If there is any pick of this year, I just got my Bobcat miner. We are mining HNT in this household. So another way to make a little bit of extra money. Actually, it's probably my only profitable miner that I'm running right now. I also was mining Ethereum for a couple years before we just went proof of stake. Not even going to get into that. As you see, I don't talk about mining on this channel. There's a much more experienced people out there to kind of give you the mining information, people that I go to. So hit me up if you want to know some of the people I go to for my mining information, because yes, I do have my supercomputer and it does chug away at hash rates. I've been in this crypto thing a while now, since 2018. Man, the last cycle was crazy, but here we are at $20,000 again, and that's all right. But look at this. Silver was up not over 9% on Monday, and this is the price today, so it's at $21.01. We haven't had a move like that in silver in a while. Everybody's talking about it. So if you look at this chart right here, this is on the daily. So we went from $19.11 to $20.80, and right now we're over $21 for an ounce of silver, priced in USD. A lot of people are saying silver is running dry, and this was the same thing they were saying last year. So they're gonna mess with the price, but as long as you have some in your possession, you're good, right? Guns, silver in your possession, guns to protect the silver, if you know what I mean. So precious metals are doing very well right now, but I think this is on the back. I don't know if you heard, but the EU, the European Union, just said that they're going to start quantitative easing again. I think the markets think that basically, the United States is going to follow suit, but they already have been. Don't believe anything they say. This interest rate tightening or interest rate hiring is only to collapse the economy, to destroy the hardworking citizens of America even faster than they already have been. They want this destruction over with, so they're trying to tank the economy. But Americans are very resilient, and that's very true, especially when it comes to their business and things like that. So it's not going to be as easy as they want, as easy as they thought, which is a very, very good thing for the people. We have to fight back in every single way, but we also have to call out these regulators, these manipulators, because they are taking your hard labor from you. They're taking your hard-earned labor in USD terms. They're taxing you more, as well as inflation. So there's a lot of ways for them to steal the wealth that you get. And not just that, not just your wealth, because some people don't even have savings. Some people do live paycheck to paycheck. Actually, most people do. So they don't even have savings. So basically, they're stealing the amount that you're able to purchase every week. This means less food in people's refrigerators. This means less water to have stockpiled. This also might mean no karate class for your child, no piano lessons, no night out at the movies, no night out at the restaurants. This is directly affecting your quality of life by them ciphering in your hard-earned labor through inflation, through taxation, and inflation is at a 40-year high. So keep that in mind as you move forward through these things, and call out your people, your representatives, but tell your neighbor as well about, start talking about inflation. Most people are, but find out ways to hedge it. This is what this channel is all about: how to prepare for life after the collapse of the current financial system, which is the most horrific thing that has ever happened to humanity. The ability to create resources out of thin air just simply doesn't exist. But a specific group of people, an entity, has been able to accomplish this for almost, actually, I'll say over 100 years, where you're just printing something, you're making something out of thin air, and you're gobbling up all the natural resources of the planet, and not just in your own country. They're using American dollars to go raid Afghanistan, to go raid Iraq, Iran, to go raid, Haiti and Puerto Rico and any other place. This has been going on for, America's lifespan of just going to other countries, using American dollars to push themselves in, weaponizing their currency, stealing that area's natural resources, whether it be lithium, whether it be gold, silver, oil. This is our government. So we're responsible. We have to hold these people accountable because it's blood on our hands as well. Basically, nobody saying anything, nobody doing anything about it makes us look bad to the rest of the world. Like, we don't even care. We encourage our government to go rape and pillage and steal other countries' goods by the use of weaponizing their currency and forcing people to use the petrodollar, which is basically putting a gun to your head and saying, you're going to give us your goods, you're going to trade your goods in our currency. If not, we're going to pull the trigger and splatter your brains. So this is the way of the American government for many, many years now. And I don't stand for it. This is why I speak out against it. So I made this picture today called the Shady Bunch. So this is some of your puppets. Now remember, there's much bigger players, trillionaires behind closed doors, but these are the puppets that they use to pull the strings of the people of the world. Let's start with the top left. Our famous
Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. Then we have J.P. Morgan's Jamie Dimon. Then we have the Security Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler. Then we have the director of the Mint of the U.S. Mint. What's her name? Beatrice Gibson, I believe. Then we have this guy. I forget his name. Well, we'll come back to him. Then we have Kamala Harris, of course. Then we have Janet Yellen, Loretta Mester. Of course, the President of the United States, Joe Biden. What is his name? Raymond Bayman? I forget. But anyway, he's another one of those dudes for the Commodity Exchange Commissions, I believe, overseeing it. Basically, your riggers. Rigging the price of everything, lying to you, saying there's no inflation, saying the economy's great, saying inflation was transitory. Remember, just a year ago, they were saying, I'm not worried about inflation. Now, Americans, do the research, have less savings and they have more debt, like credit card debt, than they've ever had. So these are some of the culprits behind it. Spread this message, copy this picture if you want, go paste it anywhere you want. The shady bunch, it's pretty hilarious in my opinion. But this is what we're up against. We're up against people who are manipulating the world for their own interests, their special interests of the few elite, not the interests of the people, but the few elite. They want to remain at the top. They need more money every day in order to make you believe and to cause more of their rigging, their schemes, their plots, to make you buy into it and think that they're doing the right thing, to sit there in front of your face and tell you everything's just fine, as your hard work and labor get demolished, especially people who already don't have much. You have to understand, like, depending on where you are in life, this might not affect you as much as it affects the next person. But that's not the way to look at it, right? It's never been the way to look at it. Everybody should have access to good food and good water and good shelter. And how to make that happen is not handouts from the government. It's not handouts from the government. It's not manipulating markets. It's dealing with the real world, that which has real value, right? By printing money out of thin air, you caused houses to become unaffordable. Everybody was being able to borrow money. This is the problem with the current system, the derivative system, the debt system, which takes me to the 10-year yield. Follow this. In short, when the 10-year yield is going up, people are selling bonds. When the 10-year yield is going down, people are buying bonds. We're having these crazy spikes as of late in the 10-year yield, which explains the volatility in the current markets, the unsurety. But one thing I'm sure of is, in my opinion, not financial advice, is gold and silver. I'm pretty sure, and even Bitcoin, in everything collapse scenario, I would say hold all three slowly when you can get into them. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck, complain. complain, because you must let them know, we must all let them know that inflation is affecting us. We are aware, and we need to choose to do things differently in our life. Then the faster we choose to do things differently, the faster the earth and our economy and our society will change, and have a much better perspective on exactly what money is, the way money should be dealt with, which is a free and fair market for everything, not these crazy bubbles that, like, everybody's calling it the everything bubble, and they're absolutely right. And we're watching the 10-year yield just keep dropping. So your government, the Federal Reserve, the Security Exchange, they all have trading desks. They all trade these markets. They all manipulate these markets. So the Federal Reserve is solely the only reason that this 10-year yield is dropping, is because they don't want the markets to get out of control. But this is very inflationary. So while they're buying these bonds, they're pumping more money, which will cause higher inflation. So there's nothing they can do now. Everything now is just slow torture for the people, because you're going to see your savings continue to get demolished. You're going to continue to have to put things on credit. So we have to deal with this problem right now. Like, absolutely right now. It cannot wait, because they want to cipher in everything you have. So the quicker we call these people out, the quicker we put the pressure on them to make some moves to benefit us, and stop destroying our currency, back our currency with something, find real discovery in precious metals. These are all things that are going to help. So let's pull them up one more time. The shady bunch. I gotta look that guy's name up. Rustin Benham. Rustin Benham. Rustin Benham. That's who he is. The guy in the middle that the name's over him right here is Rustin Benham. And let's see what he does. Yeah, he's the CFTC. So commodities, Commissioner of Commodities Future Trading Commission. So he's just as corrupt as they come. They're all corrupt as they come. And here's some faces for you. You want people to target? Here's your targets. Maybe I'll put a target on all of them. But this is what we need to deal with. We need to deal with these people. We need to get angry, get mad, call these people out ferociously for what they have done to the many lives of people on planet Earth. Man, they got extreme amounts of blood, and their handlers have even more blood. So it's time, y'all. It's time for the revolution. This is your boy Doc Blake with Ethereal TV. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.